Hey everybody, and welcome to another Mainstream Monday with the Mainstream. I'm your host, Jonathan Moody, and if you can tell, I'm kind of still coming over a cold right now. If you've been watching my live feeds on my regular Facebook, I've sort of been showing that I have a little bit of a cold. So, I still sound it a little bit, but I sound a lot better than I did yesterday, believe me. So I decided today, since I'm feeling a lot better, I was gonna do some videos. And one of the videos I wanted to do was my sort of not just my top 10. Like a lot of people do like their top 10s of things, and I've done my top 10s of different things on like the Blu-ray Hunter, and I think even the Mainstream had our top 10 and everything. And I wanted to do more than that. I wanted to give not just my top 10, but also talk about other films that I liked of Adam Sandler or didn't like of Adam Sandler. And why it was either why it wasn't on my top 10 or like how close it could have been on my top 10. So to begin with my top 10, my number 10 of my favorite Adam Sandler movies. Number 10, Just Go With It. Now these don't count the ones before Billy Madison. Like he did Airheads, and he had done he had done a few other things, a few other projects that I really liked of his. Mixed Nuts, he was so great in that movie. But these don't count. I wanted to count like when Adam Sandler was Adam Sandler, and Adam Sandler became Adam Sandler with Billy Madison. So it's everything after Billy Madison. So first one, as I said, number 10 is Just Go With It, the Jennifer Aniston movie. I remember they actually had some serious good chemistry together. I liked both of them together and everything, and I felt like that was a good was a good match for them, especially since he's been used to doing movies with Drew Barrymore. So for him to like leave, it almost felt like it could have been a Drew Barrymore project, but they decided to go with Jennifer Aniston, and it worked. I liked it. Number 9, Funny People. A lot of people don't like this movie. I don't know why. I think it's because they expect it to be a comedy, and it is definitely not a comedy. It's a drama, and it is heavy-handed, and it's got some depressing moments. Like it gets real, and I believe that Judd Apatow did such a great job in that. Just kind of bringing up the comedy of like the time period or all that stuff. Like I just enjoyed it a lot. I felt like because it was about a comedy writer who writes for stand-up comics, and that was what that was what Judd Apatow did, in his time. Like that's what he had done. He had written jokes for other people, and so Seth Rogen writing jokes for Adam Sandler was pretty funny. That's what happened in that, in there. So I really enjoyed it. Good one. Number 8, Anger Management. Yeah, I there was something about this movie with him working with Jack Nicholson and Marissa Tomei. I mean, I just felt like this was just hilarious from start to finish. He uses a lot of the same people that he uses in a lot of his projects. And it was just one of those movies that I adore. Like, I will watch that movie, if I see it on Netflix or something and I'm bored, I know that's a movie that I can, like, go to sleep to, basically. Number 7, Mr. Deeds. And Mr. Deeds is one of those movies, once again, just like Anger Management, where I feel like, those things have to happen, like... I feel like Mr. Deeds is just like Anger Management, and that it makes me feel happy inside. The original Mr. Deeds was this very, warm-hearted, film, and I think Adam Sandler does that really well and everything. And he doesn't bring his like nasty side like he did in like Big Daddy, where he kind of yells at people so much. That became like a big shtick of his, is he's going to yell at you. And I felt like Mr. Deeds didn't really have that much. I mean, it might have a little bit of yelling at times, but not much. And I liked it. I thought it was really funny. Punch Drunk Love is number 6. Punch Drunk Love, directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, P.T. Anderson, who did like Boogie Nights and had done Magnolia and a ton of other movies. He did Punch Drunk Love and made Adam Sandler like a really good dramatic actor. He had, I don't think at that particular time he had done, he might have done a drama or something before then, but I'm thinking he didn't. And I enjoyed that. Like, that was what I liked. I enjoyed Punch Drunk Love a lot. Once again, yelling, he yells a lot in that, but I think it's used well for his character, because once again, his character is kind of like his character in Anger Management, where he's trying not to be like that or whatever, but like things are forcing him to be like that. All right. Then the next one is 50 First Dates, which a lot of people might think that would be high up on my list and not number 5, but I decided 50 First Dates would be the perfect number 5, because if you notice all the rest, I'll get into why they're up there, but like, it's number 5. It's a cute story. Obviously, you know what it's about. Adam Sandler falls in love with Drew Barrymore, even though she can only remember like the day or whatever, and she has that short-term memory loss, so he has to keep, like, every day he has to keep taking her out or whatever, and treating her like it's the first day they ever had. And I think it's so romantic and cute, and I really enjoyed it. And it showed Adam Sandler. I think at that time he had done maybe one or two others that were like cute and romantic like that, and this was number this was like a big one of that one. So number 4, Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore, I used to be like high on my list. A couple of them knocked it down, but I love that movie. Like, I quote it from time to time. I adore the movie. So that is number 4. It just means that there are 3 other ones that I probably quote a little bit more and enjoy a little bit more. So, and you guys have no idea which ones. And then we're going to get into why the other ones didn't necessarily make it or whatever. And how close they were going to be making it. So, that's my boy. That's my boy is next. That's what I was going to say. So, Happy Gilmore, number 4, number 3, that's my boy. And Happy Gilmore is like, is under it, because That's My Boy is the movie that I feel like he had so many like slumps at one point, and I was almost this close to just like writing him off, saying I don't want to watch an Adam Sandler movie anymore. Jack and Jill and a couple movies that were just god awful just put me into a place where I was just like, wait, was Jack and Jill before or after? That might have been after. Nope, that was right before That's My Boy. Yep, I figured that. So Jack and Jill had done, and then there was a couple other ones like that were just to me. They just didn't feel like the Adam Sandler I grew to love or whatever, and so That's My Boy was like my feel to like his return. And then he's done some okay movies. I think he's kind of hit his stride maybe. Hopefully he'll do something that'll just blow us all out of the water. And then number 2 is Billy Madison, of course. That is probably one of the most quotable movies of his movies. And I just enjoy that movie so much. Once again, it's one of those movies, comfort movies, that I could just watch any day. And I will just quote it back to the screen. I don't know. I just feel like watching it over and over again it still like just puts joy in my heart. And number 1 movie from Adam Sandler is The Wedding Singer. The most romantic movie he's probably ever done. Cutest movie. Even with him yelling or whatever, it wasn't like you felt for him, at times. They really pulled on your heartstrings. I enjoyed it. I loved The Wedding Singer. So that's my number 1 Adam Sandler movie. All right. So I'm wrote all these down. They're not in specific order or anything. I'm just going to go through movies that either I liked or didn't like, or or how they were on the thing. So, first of all, is Big Daddy. My thoughts on Big Daddy were, it was a good movie. I like it. It's rewatched. It's got rewatchability. It would probably be on my top 20 list, but there's only so many movies that could, you know what I mean? Like, he hasn't done, they maybe have like a top 30 or something. So it's a cute little movie, but at times he yells at the kid, and he doesn't know how to be a parent. I understand, but he's also kind of a dick a lot of times. He treats people like shit, and I'm like, I don't really care for this guy. Like, he doesn't really, I feel like his character doesn't learn his lesson, But what I think is funny is it's got some great moments that just make it an Adam Sandler funny comedy. But all in all, it wasn't my favorite. Bulletproof. This was not one of his like Happy Madison movies. This was like made, after his success, and he worked with Damon Wayans on this. I just enjoyed the movie a lot. It would probably be up on my top 20. So there you go. Next one will definitely would be on my top 20. It would probably be next in line for 11, but it was so close. It was between Just Go With It or The Waterboy. A lot of people love The Waterboy. I think it's funny. Like, it's got some great moments, some great quotes. People quote it all the fucking time. I love it. I feel like there's just something like it needs a little bit more of, like, maybe it's because I don't like his accent or whatever, his voices, like, and so these next two will talk about that too. I don't like his voices sometimes. Like, they kind of annoy me in a way. Like, I didn't mind in That's My Boy, where he was playing like a Boston guy, because he does that really well, I think. I feel like the other characters, he's just trying to make something different and sound different or whatever, and it just doesn't sound great. That one, the next one being Little Nicky, where he has this really weird fucking voice, and it's just, to me, Little Nicky is not the greatest movie. I feel like it's got great moments that make me okay to watch it again, but most of the time I'm just kind of bored by it. Like, it's just not that funny, and I don't think I've really watched it all the way through a lot. Sandy Wexler, I fucking stopped watching that movie. His voice got so annoying. It was a ripoff of a Woody Allen movie that I'd seen. I forgot what the Woody Allen movie is called. Let me look it up real quick. There was a Woody Allen movie that was so much better than this, and I was like, wait a minute. It was the same style or whatever, where it was, and you're probably, whoever's watching this right now knows that movie exactly, will be like, oh yeah, he's talking about this. And I'm gonna say it in a second when I look it up. It was called Broadway Danny Rose, I think. Yeah. Basically the same thing. In his attempt to reconcile a lounge singer with his mistress, a hapless talent agent is mistaken as her lover by a jealous gangster. It's not the same story, mind you, but the whole idea of, like, him playing this weird Jewish talent agent thing. I don't know. I think that those two movies are too similar, and I would prefer Broadway Danny Rose, honestly, if I had to choose. Next is Blended, which is the other Drew Barrymore movie. My thoughts on that was that it was okay. Like, it had some great moments. It would probably be on my top 20. It's not the greatest movie of all time. Like, I feel like it. I think what I like is when Drew Barrymore plays this really sweet character, and in that movie, she was not very sweet at all, and she was kind of annoying and kind of bitchy, and I just didn't like it. I didn't like her character. I didn't like his character. He was a total dick. Like, it was just like, dick and bitch movie. I just didn't enjoy it. Not my favorite. Grown Ups 1 and 2. No. I don't even need... No. Those were just excuses for him to play with his friends. No. It was just dumb. I hated them. The Cobbler. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that one a lot. I felt like The Cobbler was a lot of fun. It was an interesting movie. Once again, probably up on my top 20. So I can probably already say Bulletproof, Waterboy, let's see, Blended, and The Cobbler so far. So that's 4. Yeah, I really liked it. If you haven't seen it, I think it's on Netflix or so. Go check it out. It's very fun. It's enjoyable. It's basically the idea of, when people say, if you could walk a mile in my shoes, or whatever. Well, that's the idea. Is this guy puts on people's shoes and ends up being able to walk in there, become them for the day or whatever. It's interesting. The Do-Over was a lot of fun. David Spade and him, I believe, were just pretty good in that movie. Ridiculous 6. And The Do-Over I'd probably put on my top 20 as well. Ridiculous 6, shitty. It was not a good movie. Very stupid. Had maybe 1 or 2 good scenes, but aside from that, it was dumb. Didn't like it. Murder Mystery, it's okay. Chance for Jennifer Aniston and Adam Sandler to work together again. That was okay. Oh, I put Big Daddy up there, so I had 5 up there before. These will not go on my top. Other than Do-Over, Ridiculous 6, and Murder Mystery will not go on there. I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry. No, I didn't like it. I thought it was, once again, chance for, it was like Kevin, God, what's that guy's name? 'Cause I don't really watch his movies. Kevin James. Kevin James and him get a chance to work together and do something like, I don't know. I didn't like it. I didn't like it now pronounced Chuck and Larry. It didn't make me laugh as much as the other stuff. The Longest Yard was okay. It had some moments that were great in it, but all in all, it was just okay. Burt Reynolds was great to see him back and everything in it. So that was pretty cool. But aside from that, not the most fantastic of his movies. Click, probably that would be up there with top 20. It's pretty good. I like it a lot. It's just not one of my top 10 because he's made, as you can tell, he's made a lot of movies. So it's just not up there on my top 10, but something I still watch all the time. Sorta. It really gets depressing toward the end of the movie though. So it kind of becomes a downer, which is and then at the end you're like, oh my God, I don't ever want that to happen. So I always thought of myself, I don't want to fast forward or rewind or whatever. And then I'm like, well, if that's the case, if that happens the way that it happened in Click, I don't want that to happen. Spanglish, I really liked. I liked him in that. Reign Over Me, I saw it a while ago, and I think I stopped it mid through because I just got bored. Just didn't do anything for me. You Don't Mess with the Zohan, hated that movie. Didn't do anything for me either. Bedtime Stories, got bored watching it. It was Disney. I need to rewatch it again though, because I feel like it needs another chance. Maybe I'll like it a little bit more. Jack and Jill, worst movie he's ever made. That movie makes me want to die. Hated that. Just worst movie. I know, later in Funny People, he was making fun of things that he ended up fucking doing. Why, Adam? Why did you agree to Jack and Jill? I don't understand it. Do you need money that bad? Was there no other scripts available? Come on now. I don't know. You worked on that movie probably yourself. It was awful. Don't do that again. Don't make a movie like that. That's just awful. Ugh. So Hotel Transylvania, the series. I've never really watched any of the movies, except for the first one. I did like it. Just haven't watched all the rest of them. Just haven't really had the desire to. I'm not really that much into animation, so it just didn't. Speaking of animation, Eight Crazy Nights. Ugh, just such a downer of a movie. The character is so unredeeming, even at the end. Ugh. Pixels. I like Pixels a lot. I thought Pixels was fun. It was a good, enjoyable Adam Sandler flick. And I have not seen the Meyerowitz stories. I think that's how you say it. Meyerowitz stories. Or I have not seen his newest one, Uncut Gems, which I can't wait to see. It's just I haven't had the chance to. I do have a video store, but right now we're kind of in lockdown and things are a little crazy. So whenever I get a chance, I'm gonna watch Uncut Gems because I really, really want to see it. Oh, and I forgot The Week Of because that was crap. Is there any other ones? That was so boring in the first it did not even get me in the first 20 minutes of the movie. I tuned out. I was like, that's it. I'm done. Yeah, well, that was it of the movies he starred in. He has done stuff like he was Satan in Dirty Work, which was pretty funny. He played Robert Justin, the voice in Deuce Bigalow. I don't remember that at all. He was the townie that he plays, he played the townie in The Animal, where he was, you can do it, which was Rob Schneider's role. And since Rob Schneider was in The Animal, he was the one who did it, which I thought was kind of a funny thing. He was the Buzza Bongo guy in The Hot Chick, which was basically another jab at Rob Schneider because there was lines in The Hot Chick where I'm trying to remember what his line was, but he was like he said something that Rob Schneider always said in SNL, and it was I forgot. I can't. Maybe it's in the quotes real quick. Hold on. I'm a little sick, as you can tell. So if you're watching this and you're still watching this, congratulations, because you're a trooper. Just like I am dealing with a stupid cold. Yeah, the bongo player, played by Adam Sandler, is based on the character from Saturday Night Live sketch featuring Rob Schneider, where he played a store owner who kept saying, "You can put your weed in there." So it was the whole time he just kept saying, "You can put your weed in there. You can put your weed in there," or whatever. Which was all lines in SNL and whatever. But that's it. Those are that's my whole thoughts on Adam Sandler. I love Adam Sandler just the same as Jackie Hall loves Jim Carrey. I love Adam Sandler. I think Adam Sandler is the shit, is the bomb. I just adore his stuff. I will still adore his movies, even though most of them lately have been meh. Uncut Gems might be his return once again. And so I'm guessing maybe in another 5 years or 6 years, 7 years, whatever it is, that he'll return once again. I don't know, 8 years, whatever. He'll do something else that'll just blow everybody away. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. Let's hope that we keep seeing Adam Sandler movies getting out in the public and getting on Netflix, because that's really what I want to see, is stuff going on Netflix on there, because then I can watch it. All right, well, thank you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.